Hey YouTube, I'm here for the review for the latest episode of The Walking Dead. This episode had a little more action, so it's picking up the pace, but the bad thing is that we're on the winter break for shows and it's not coming back till February, I think, but what are you gonna do? So the episode starts off with Maggie. She's on watch. She's up there looking out. And the old guy, I forgot his name, he comes over and he's talking about with all the good things people are saying about you guys, you and Sasha don't get a big head. So Maggie's like, you seem bothered. It seems like it bothers you. And she's like, she says something about his apple, and his dude on the side is like, yo, she's pregnant. So he gives her the apple. Maggie bites into that apple with such satisfaction, like, you bastard, I just took your damn apple, and I don't give a fuck. So, Negan is shaving. He's shaving his beard off, and I was so sad to see his beard go because I love that beard. But he looks really good with no beard, but I'm just a beard type of person. So, Judith and Carl are just watching him, and it's so funny because Judith is giving him that same, she giving him a stare like, what the fuck are you doing in my house? Where is my daddy? And Carl just sitting with his eye all exposed, it seemed like Negan is trying to take over Rick's life. Daryl ends up sneaking out of, Negan's camp. Negan is cooking at the house, and, he's trying to have Carl taste test, like they a little family. Negan he gives no fucks about anybody's feelings. He really doesn't. Olivia got the lemonade for Negan from Tara. And I guess they have to have one more place setting. But I'm like, who was that even for? Even when the end was. The extra place setting was for fucking Lucille. Negan, you need to stop with the personification of your baseball bat. I really need you to cut that shit out. For real. So, Rick and Aaron are at the boathouse. Now I know his name. I was calling him Dewey last week. So Rick and Aaron are at the boathouse. It's basically like Walker Lake over there. So they're trying to get through. They gotta use these signs as makeshift paddles. They do end up making it over, but they're fucking exhausted. The douchebag's son, Spence, comes through with the supplies. Wait, what? Douche with the... Whatever. I don't even know why I wrote that. Anyways. Oh, yeah. This is when he comes back with the supplies. And they're saying, thank you, whatever. And he's such a dickhead. So this... Negan's freaking... One of his people freaking hits on Spence. Now, what respectable woman says, let me buy you a sandwich? Are you trying to be... Was that a joke? No, she seemed dead ass. Look, my nigga, we got lettuce, tomatoes, and we got ham over at my camp. I'm gonna get you a sandwich, baby. Carol and Morgan are back at the kingdom, and Morgan has brought Carol some produce. But she already stocked up because her boo Zeke has already made sure that she is all good, okay? Morgan is basically I've been trying to stay away, but you told me to come. And Carol just is she just wanted to make sure he was straight, basically. She's like, okay, I just wanted to say hi. Now you could go. But then Zeke's homeboy comes through with a proposition, a proposal, whatever, about them basically fighting back at the Saviors because he's tired of this shit. There is somebody watching from the shore when Rick and Aaron are getting the supplies, and we're gonna find out who that is probably not even in the next, in the next episode, but that shit ain't gonna be till Is there another episode after this, or are we done? I think we're done till like February. Michonne is still in the car with Red, and it's basically like talking to a brick wall. Zeke's boy wants help with the saviors, like I said. At that point, which I did see in the previews, is this is what's gonna happen. This is what I had wrote. I was like, Hilltop people plus the kingdom plus Alexandria plus the girl gang equals Negan takedown. They're going to have to get all of them together to be able to bring down Negan. That's going to be the only way. And I feel like Tara, at some point, I feel like she's going to have to go back to the girl gang and, you know, see what's popping with them having to, you know, try to join the crew. Because, you know, they got guns for days. They are packed. But that's going to be a hard conversation. But, you know, I think they'll do it. They'll be the people that come through in the end that'll have like everything's going crazy and all of a sudden the girl gang comes through like brrr, like just rains on the, you know, like just rains on them. You know what I mean? All right. So the douche is sitting in the mirror practicing for Negan, like how he gonna say hi, like, you's a bitch ass nigga. Who the fuck practices hi? You was literally just saying hi. You know, I guess everybody can't be clever with their introductions. The douche and Rosita are talking. He's a traitor. Fuck him. Rosita's like, I used you. I'm sorry. And he talking about, can we go to dinner later? But the pickings are slim. So, I mean, Rosita just told you that she used you, and then you ask her to go to dinner. But then you got a bottle for Negan because you about to go suck up to the nigga who killed. You gonna get yours, boy. You gonna get yours, Spence. Daryl sneaks out, bashes in Fat Joseph. Little chubby Fat Joseph, who been, you know, getting pushed around. He's been cut from the cast. So, Jesus runs up with Daryl and they pull off. Michonne and Red are sitting in the car. She's basically like, you can't escape. She shows like where the Negan's camp is, and she's like, she sees that it's a whole bunch of people. And she's like, we're all Negan. Like, the best thing for you to do is to turn this car around, burn it, and there's a silencer in the glove compartment. So they pan out and Michonne basically shoots her. But then I was like, what happened to the body? Because it seemed like she shot her and then she just jumped in the driver's seat. I was expecting her to dump homegirl out the car or for us to see the girl being moved. But I'm just thinking too deep into it, you know. So Rick returns and they find that note that guy had left at the boathouse. Like, that was basically like, you think you're winning, but you're still actually losing. And they think that it's a message to them. But Rick and Aaron do a horrible job at trying to convince them that the note was just from that other guy. And they didn't realize it was in the box. So I was confused at that part. Like, just say like, no, it belonged to the guy. We didn't put it in there on purpose. The guy left it there where we got the supplies. Like, come on, why y'all ain't say that? But they just let him take his ass whooping. Whatever. Spence is talking about Rick. He's basically throwing Rick under the bus, being a shady ass douchebag traitor. And it's like everybody is lining up behind them. It was a weird type, like, why did they all of a sudden get into formation? Because it wasn't like they was down with what he was saying. Rosita wasn't down with that. Was she down with that Rick talk? No. So I don't see why they all lined up behind Spence like that. So he's blaming Rick for everything. He wants to be the leader. He's saying, like, you know, his mom was the leader. Everybody died after Rick got there. But like I said, Negan likes people that are strong under any circumstance. He does not like these snaky folks. Negan is up front with his bullshit. He's going to stab you right in the front. right so he can look right into your eyes. You know what I mean? So he's like, Rick swallowed his hate for me to get shit done. Right now, Rick is out scavenging for me so he could save your pitiful life. And you're over here talking shit. Why you ain't say shit before Rick left, huh? Why you acting like a little bitch, huh? Huh? Well, he ain't say it like that, but he says, you know why? Because you have no guts. And he sliced him open. And he's like, oh, I've never been more wrong in my life. You did have guts. You did. I see them. They're right there. They're right there leaking out. But you didn't use them for good. You used them for evil. And now you're dead. Rosita gets pissed off and she shoots at Negan, and I was mad because I really thought, like, come on, like, get him in the ear, like, get him in the shoulder, like, why did you have to shoot at Lucille? So he's holding Lucille like this, and the bullet goes into Lucille. So they tackle Rosita. Rosita says that she's the one who made the bullet because Negan can tell that it's homemade, and he knows that she's lying, and she's like, no, Negan's telling her, like, tell the truth or somebody's gonna die. So he just commands his homegirl to shoot somebody, and they shoot Olivia. And Negan afterwards, he's like, you know, he didn't prefer Olivia to die, and I wonder if he did get a piece of that before she passed away. Bless her soul. You know. So Rick runs up. Negan is telling Rick about what happened. Like, yo, your people was off the hook today. Like a babysitter. Like when the mom finally comes home. Like, yo, you know your kids was acting up. Your son shot 2 of my peoples. This bitch over here with a homemade bullet. This bitch over here slapping me because I want some pussy. Like, come on now. I done had to shave my beard, restart, clean, fresh. I'm enjoying the porch and shit, and y'all fucking up that vibe. You know, you killing my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Eugene admits to making the bullet. And finally, Eugene reveals his spine. Aside from the last episodes of the last season, when Eugene finally started to try to, you know, take charge, but, you know, Eugene his time is up for me. Eugene could go. Not that he isn't a lovable character. I'm done with his vocab diarrhea. And I feel like he doesn't deserve to be alive. He doesn't. So, bye, Eugene. Goodbye. I just want to be able to see you be killed. Okay. Negan takes him away, and that's that. We don't know what's going to happen with Eugene. They are still in the hole. This is what Negan says to Rick, and they still have to get more things for him. And I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck? Like, do y'all scavenge? Does Negan's group even do that anymore? Because you should know, like, there ain't much out there anymore. At least, like, not close by. So that's why Rick is like, yo, we can't keep doing this. And you talking about we in a hole? You saying we still in debt? Please. So Michonne and Rick are finally back together. Michonne returns, and she's just basically saying, like, they need to do this together. They just have to be strong, and she just feels like she thought that she could try to, you know, make those plans, put them into action herself. And when she got there and she saw the scale that she was dealing with, that she could not do it on her own, and they have to do it together. Her and Rick have to be in this together, or it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be worth it. So Rick says, I now know this. I understand now. Before I didn't, and now I do. And I knew he was going to say that because it's like, It's too much. You guys cannot keep doing that every day and living like this and watching people die still. Like, you may as well fight back. If people are going to die regardless, you losing everything, you going out risking your life just to feed them, and people there are starving. Like, it's going to be a lose-lose situation. That's what it's looking like. Because it's like, Negan's so fucking cocky. He got to pull back. Pull back from the evil. Pull back. Grinch. You know, the Christmas season got me thinking about the Grinch. Rick and the crew walk to the hilltop. Oh my God. So Maggie is up. Maggie's out looking out, and all of a sudden her face lights up. She sees something coming from over the horizon. It's like, who's coming? Who's coming? It's the whole crew. We got Michonne, we got Rick, we got Carl, we got Enid's already there. We got her Rosita. I don't remember who else was there. So when fucking Rick and Daryl saw each other, yo, I wanted to cry, yo. Daryl is my nigga, yo. That's been my boy since Blade 2. You remember him? Even though he was a shady little backstabber, Holmes, he was good, and I liked his character. And yo, when Daryl cried, oh my God. And it was like, I felt like he looked to Rick like a father. Not even like a friend, like a father. Because, you know, he looked up to Merle, his brother. He really looked up to him. Even though Daryl is like a strong-ass person, I felt like he really looks to Rick like a father figure. And it was wonderful to see them finally get back together. So Sasha and Rosita kind of looked at each other like, I'm glad you're alive, girl. Like, I'm glad you're alive too. Yeah. Like, you know, we was fucking with the same person, and we both loved him, and you stole him from me at the end of the day. But you alright. We part of the same crew. Like, I wonder if they're gonna have a, like, you know, a moment where they become like good friends. Cause it's kind of like, it's a little awkward. I wish they had gave each other a hug. I wish Enid and Carl had hugged each other too. Cause like, Enid, bitch, Carl been saving your ass. Stop acting funny. And he got one eye. He risking life, and he can't even see the world as good as everyone else, and he's still trying to help you. You can't even give him a hug. Whatever. Now they back in business. They going up to the big house to discuss the conversation, and all they need is Carol and Morgan, and that would, like, you know, get this thing popping. But we also see the guy from the houseboat was spying on Alexandria. He's using some binoculars, and he sees Father Gabriel, and he just jumps down and he walks back into the dark. And we wonder, is this a bad guy or is this a good guy? So that's my review, you guys. I guess I'll see you for another review of something else. If you watch any other reviews, we won't be seeing Walking Dead for a while. The fuck? Alright, I'll see you for a review of something else. Bye.